Mayor, not to mention the fact that it's also an enormous responsibility. No, I don't want you to do that. Go and sit down. I don't want just polite nods from you two. I really need your real opinions. What do you think? Can you see old Mom as Madam Mayor?
Sure, Mom. I'm all for it.
Really? Why, Kevin?
Because if you're mayor, those dope dealers never pick on me at school again.
Well, honey, that's one of the main reasons that I would try and run for the job. Because I want to make the school safe and better for you guys, all of you. What about you, honey?
Will we get our own Secret Service agent?
No. No, honey. I'm sorry. I'm only running for mayor of Llanview. I'm not running for president of the United States.
First one, then the other.
Now, hold on a minute. Come on. This would be a very difficult election. And it would be a very long and a very hard campaign. You have to understand, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time away from you two and your sister.
Well, Joey and I can help. We can campaign at school.
Yeah, we'll get everyone to vote for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. With two such devoted followers, how could I possibly lose, huh? All righty.
Hey, Dad. Mom's going to be the next mayor of Llanview. Isn't that great?
Well, I wish I could nap like Stephen. The minute I put him down, his head hit the pillow and he was out. Brenda, you okay?
Excuse me, Gabrielle. I was asking you the question. Do you need my sister to help you answer it?
Really, Max, you behave as though Andy and I are keeping secrets from you. I took Al out on an outing, as I told you.
It's what he told me that concerns me.
Al? He was asleep when I put him down.
He woke up. And when I checked in on him, he kept talking about his new friend at the church. Some guy who let him hit a punching bag? Now, what's the story? Is he dreaming this all up? Does he have, like, some imaginary playmate? Or do you want to tell me what's really going on?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
No, our son isn't making up stories. I took him to a church called Sacred Heart.
Why would you want to do that? It's not Sunday. Oh, I don't believe this. In addition to all the other unexplainable things you're doing, all of a sudden you're getting religious? Oh, you're taking Al along with you?
No, it's not that simple.
Look, I got no problem with church or religion. But if something involves my son, I want it discussed with me first.
Max, it's not really like that. You see, well, the church, it has a preschool program
A
that
preschool with punching bags. That's great. What's this, some experimental school where they want kids to express their violence or what?
No, it's a very traditional program, extremely traditional. And the director of it, well, it's Father Valone. And, well, he was very helpful, and he took a great interest in Al and wanted to show us all around, including the gymnasium. That's where Al fell in love with the punching bag. Of course, I was the overprotective mother and wouldn't allow him to play with it.
Look, you can stop with the play-by-play, thank you.
I'm sorry, I thought you wanted to know what happened at the church.
I did. I still do. Well, for someone who normally runs their mouth at a mile a minute and minds everyone else's business, you're awful quiet all of a sudden.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Do you know something I don't?
Brenda, you have every reason to be angry with Larry.
Yeah, and he has every reason to be angry with me.
It was funny. A few hours ago, I didn't even know you'd been asked to run. Suddenly, it's all been decided. All up to you. No matter how many lives are affected by it, no matter what anybody else may think.
Clint, I meant what I just said to the children. I have not made a decision yet. This is something for the entire family to decide. It's also important that the whole family realize what's at stake if I do decide to run for mayor.
Does that include me?
course it includes you. What kind of a question is that?
Well, you just got me a little confused, that's all. On the one hand, you say that we all have a right to know. On the other hand, I have to find out certain things, important things, from other people outside the family.
All right, what? What did you find out?
Something you didn't bother to tell me. Something that you conveniently forgot. This committee of concerned citizens that so desperately needs you to run for mayor, that's really just a committee of one, isn't it? And a committee of one is none other than, guess who? Roger Gordon.
Yes. Roger is a part of the Committee of Concerned Citizens, and as such, it made perfect sense for him to approach me.
Well, if it only made perfect sense for him to approach you, why not let me in on it?
Because I knew that you would react this way.
And you thought that it would be better for me to find out from somebody else? Somebody like my father, the rumor mills, maybe Roger Gordon himself? Anybody except my wife? You thought that that would make it easier to take?
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I should have told you everything from the start. I guess my only excuse is that I was trying to avoid another argument. I was trying to avoid turning an important issue like the mayoral race into another bout of petty jealousy.
Now, wait a minute. You can accuse me of jealousy, but to call it petty...
Well, what else can I call it? You are so determined that you insist on placing Roger at the head of some conspiracy to steal me away from my family. Believe it or not, this election has nothing to do with Roger Gordon. It has to do with my responsibilities to my community. It has to do with my standing up for my convictions. It has to do with making the schools a safer and a better place for the children, making this town a place we can be proud of again. Aren't any of those reasons compelling enough without dragging Roger Gordon into it?
You know what? You're absolutely right.
I am. Now, you agree with me?
Yep. This issue is far too important to pin it all on Roger Gordon and what he wants.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you understand. Now, hopefully we can discuss this with open minds, both of us.
Well, by all means. But if we're going to be completely open, there's something that you are leaving out. Something that's every bit as important as your commitment to the schools in this town. And frankly, I'm astonished that you don't seem to know what that is.
Brenda, when I went to the airport to pick you up and I saw you and Michael hugging and kissing, I lost...
Leave me out of it, okay? I'd best be on my way.
No, you don't.
Max, I took him to the church. It's not as though I took him on a wild safari. It was a very harmless afternoon.
Harmless. When you have that look, it's never harmless.
What look?
Oh, cut it out. I've known you too well for too long. I know all your signals and all the signs. I've been deceived and tricked by you too much. It's like I have an automatic detector now.
Why on earth would I want to trick you?
I don't know. That's a good question. I thought we were through with all that. I thought we were through with the lies and the deceits.
Max, please, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's no use. You're starting all over again, aren't you? All the words, all the promises, they don't mean anything. You just can't stop yourself from lying to me, can you?
What I want to do is to hurt you. Take a look at us. We're no good together. You don't trust me, I don't trust you, and every time we are together, I end up saying something or doing something. You end up getting hurt, and I'm sick of it. I don't want it to go on any longer.
You don't want to hurt me? Sit down. You don't want to hurt me. You tell me what's going on. Well, come on. Whatever it is, it's got to be better than not knowing.
All right. All right, there is something going on, something that I haven't told you.
Yeah, so, say it.
You know that I've been trying very hard to find a way to make sure that I never hurt you again. Well, I found it.
What?
Things have changed for me. It's as though my whole life has gone through some kind of transformation.
I was thinking that same thing, too, until you started with all the secrets again, and now I'm beginning to think it was all an act.
No, it's not an act. There was a time when I would have done anything to win you. Allowed anyone to suffer, including you. You were my entire life. I directed all of my love towards you, even to the point of affecting both of us. But you see, things have changed. I'm very different now. I've managed to find a way to redirect my love. I finally found something else to focus on.
And just what is this new something?
Max, No, I'm not going to involve you.
Gabrielle.
No.
Bill. Andy?
Max, I'm busy.
Busy, my butt. You get back here. I want to find out what's going on right now.
You are making a big deal out of something that's very simple,
Brenda.
Larry. He brought me and Stephen home from the airport. I know. I should have taken a cab, probably.
Stan, I think I have weighed every aspect of this decision.
Every aspect but one. Your family, Viki.
I just got through talking to Kevin and Joey.
Oh, honey, Kevin and Joey are too young and inexperienced to understand what this campaign would mean. But you're not. You're the one who told me that we had to put all our efforts into holding this family together. I've done that. I've made that commitment. I came back from Arizona to give everything to this family and to this marriage that I've got. I figured you were ready and willing to do the same thing. And now at the drop of a hat, you're willing to put politics ahead of everything and everyone else.
I cannot believe you are saying this to me.
Do you think I want to say it? You don't give me any choice, Viki. What other way can I look at what you're doing?
You ask Kevin and ask Joey. They trust me. They may be young and inexperienced, but they trust me, and they see this campaign as something very important, something that will pull us together.
They're kids, and they love you. They want to make you happy. Of course, they're going to go along with whatever you tell them.
If you think that, then you don't know those children nearly as well as I thought you did. Of course, they trust my judgment. But if they felt it was wrong for me to run for mayor, they would tell me in a minute, and they don't think so. They are very excited about it.
Well, it's very exciting. It's very glamorous. Who wouldn't want their mother to be mayor? But what happens in a month or two when you're out campaigning night and day and they don't ever get to see you, honey?
Well, you're assuming I'm going to let that happen. Clint, come on. I'm only running for mayor of Llanview. I'm going to make time for my children.
All right, let's say you can manage that. Let's say you can manage that. What about us? Are you going to manage to squeeze me into your schedule, too?
Why do you have to present this as an either-or situation? Why couldn't we share the campaign just the same way we used to share the newspaper and the rest of our lives?
Because things are not the same way they used to be, Viki. Do I have to tell you what a strain our marriage has been under? Do you really believe that this added burden of your running for mayor is going to help us?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I do.
That's unbelievable.
All right, just consider the possibility. Something like this campaign could be very, very good for us. If you supported me, if you were by my side from the start, it might very well draw us closer together, Clint. It could be us, Clint and Viki, fighting the odds, fighting the good fight. That's always when we were at our best, you know.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You and Roger are reading from the same script. I just heard him say the same lines over at Ace's house.
I thought we were going to leave him out of this.
Well, I would like to. I thought we were. But I was only kidding myself. And you're doing the same thing if you think that this campaign is a way for us to get back to reestablishing connections and forging bonds. It isn't. It is just an excuse not to. And if you can't realize that, you're only fooling yourself.
Oh, Clint.
Roger. Hello, it's Viki. I was wondering, could you please meet me at Max's place? I need to see you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Bill is totally bonkers.
No, Max, you're the one who is totally bonkers. I mean, here you are, this nice guy could go out and get anybody he wants, but no, that's too easy for Max Holden. He wants to get together with this little blonde who doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
You think you know all the answers, Andy? Well, let me tell you something. When I was your age, I thought I knew all the answers, too.
Yeah, well, just because I'm younger doesn't mean that I don't see things more clearly than you do.
Oh, give it a rest, would you? I know you've never liked Gabrielle.
Well, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, she is right. You and Gabrielle are poison together. I'll get it.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Max's place. Uh-huh. Hold on. It's your buddy down at Barry's Bar and Grill.
And we'll call back later.
He has to call you back. It's important.
Thank you. Hey, Conrad, what's up?
I've been thinking about our conversation the other night. My problems with my lady and your problems with yours.
Yeah.
Well, your lady is here.
Gabrielle, so what?
But she's not alone. She's with some guy, and it's getting pretty intense. Look, I hate to be the one to have to tell you this, man.
No, thanks, Conrad. It's about time someone gave me a straight answer. Thanks.
What is it?
Not what, who. I'm about to find out.
Did you look at these specials? How come they put goat cheese on every dish?
How come you're not listening to me? Everything has gone from bad to terrible.
You know, my mother used to say you can't think clearly on an empty stomach. How about some chili without goat cheese on top?
My whole world is unraveling, and all you can think about is goat cheese and chili?
Okay, well, calm you down if I put on a collar, look very somber, and say, Spiritu Sancto.
It would help if you took me seriously.
I do. The trouble is you take yourself too seriously.
I'm not surprised after everything I've gone through with Max.
Well, I thought the idea was to get over this obsession with Max so you can concentrate your energies on other things.
I'm trying to do that, but it's not easy.
Well,
Considering I run into him everywhere I go.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's like a test of your commitment and faith.
Father Malone, my faith is very strong. My commitment is unwavering. I wish you would stop testing me on this. I wish you would just allow me to go into the convent.
Okay.
If you only meant... Okay.
Why was it so urgent for us to get together?
Because ever since you raised the possibility of my running for office, a lot of questions.
Obedience, humility, being able to put my ego aside for greater things.
Gabrielle, you don't have to give me the recruiting speech. I know you'll give it your best if and when you become a nun.
What do you mean, if and when? You just said
No, I
so.
said you could enter the convent. But to find out if this is really your true calling.
I know that it is. What more do I have to say to prove this?
No, it's not anything you can say. When the time comes, we'll both know you're ready. Okay, here's how it works. You'll be under the guidance of one particular sister. She'll be your counselor. Now, this is a period dedicated to cultivating Christian and human virtues through meditation and prayer.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. You'll also have the opportunity to become part of the community, experience the order, and at the same time, the sisters will have the opportunity to see if you're right for their community.
What do you mean, they can kick me out?
Oh, absolutely.
You're trying to frighten me.
No, I'm just telling you that there are no guarantees and no strings. I mean, if you feel like you need to leave for any reason, just go and don't feel guilty. Nobody will hold it against you.
You're going to be surprised, Father. Once I get to that convent, I'm never going to leave.
Okay, in the meantime, you have 2 weeks to say your goodbyes, settle your affairs.
2 weeks?
If it's not enough time, you just tell me and you can back out.
No, I'm just thinking that 2 weeks is like a lifetime. I can't wait to start my new life.
Formulas. About some of the things that you said to me, and I think I owe you an apology. I think you were right when you said that my motives were somewhat selfish.
I never meant to imply
No, yes,
that...
it's all right. You did. But it's all right because I think you may have hit on something kind of important. Clint, my first priority is my family. Always. But I can't be just a loving wife and mother. I've realized that. I think that's probably enough for a lot of women, but it's not for me. I want more, I need more. This town has given me a lot, and I need to give something back to them, and I can do that as mayor.
So that's it then. It's all decided.
I was hoping that we would decide it together. Will you stand by me? Will you help me? Please, don't do that. Please. I would like to run for mayor, but I cannot do it without you.
Oh, yes, I would be very vital to your campaign, wouldn't I? Standing up there on a podium with my hair slicked back and a smile plastered on my face. Hell, no one would ever know that you just jeopardized our marriage for another rendezvous with Roger.
Did I mention his name? Did I even bring it up?
You didn't have to. I can see his hand in all of this. You got his approval. You don't need mine.
Oh, Clint, please.
Please what? Please give my blessing to something that I think is dangerous to you and disastrous to this family? I'll be damned if I'll do that. Now, you want to run for mayor, you go ahead and run for mayor, but don't ask me to stand up and applaud you.
Okay. I don't need your support or your applause or anything from you. I will run for mayor and I will win with or without you.
I know the previous owner holds the mortgage to her house. That's why I want you to get it into my hand.
Father, I know what you think. You think as soon as I get to the convent, I'll find out what it's really like, and I won't think it's right for me. But you're wrong. As soon as I'm with the sisters in prayer and their work, I'll want to become one even more.
I'm willing to be proven wrong.
And you will be.
I hope so, but, I still have to run this by Sister Amelia, make sure she's in accord. She's the one who holds all the cards when it comes to the order.
Yes, I understand that. And if I have to convince Sister Amelia and you and everybody else, I'll do so, because I'm certain that the convent is the right place for me.
In the face of so much faith and passion, it's very difficult for me to tell you to slow down. But still, I have to say it. Slow down, say your prayers, think of others, and take it one step at a time. This way, you're sure to get happiness.
I know. Oh, Father, thank you.
This is it, huh? This is what you need to focus your love on. Is that it?
No. There's been a misunderstanding.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
No!